it. The club's mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Wait a moment. Speak up to help a friend, being supportive. So that's what it's all about, to be a Toastmaster, and in particular part of Hershaw Toastmasters. To provide a positive and supportive learning environment. To empower, to help develop each other. To provide each and every one the opportunity to grow and to gain more self-confidence. That is what we're all here for. The difference from many other learning environments is that we don't have a leader, a teacher that stands in front and tell everybody this is how you have to think. Instead, we have a kind of crowdsourcing where everybody's opinion is worth more than each opinion are by itself. Did that make sense? It should have. So by sourcing, by putting together all the opinions we have, we can gain a greater learning experience. But what opportunity do we really have to be part of that crowdsourcing group? Well, we could simply be part of it as our own process, and gain our own personal success. But we can also do it by acting as teachers ourselves. And when we act as teachers ourselves, that is when we can really grow. A couple of months ago, I was asked to be an evaluator. And I said, no way. I'm not ready. I don't have the confidence, I don't have the competence to stand up in front of a bunch of people who, some have been part of the Toastmasters organization for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. I don't have that competence. I don't have that knowledge. But that is not what evaluation is all about. The evaluation is about sharing of yourself. Sharing of yourself and develop as you do. It was amazing after I did my first evaluation. I did an evaluation, and directly after the first evaluation, I sat down and I listened to the next evaluation, and it was like my eyes had popped open. No, my ears had popped open. All of a sudden, I heard more about what was delivered. I paid more attention to how people use their hands. I was more in tune with what was said. And I think that's important. I think being an evaluator, being up and positively criticize, constructively criticize somebody else's speech, help you develop as a speaker and as a person. And I think we have a strength here in the group by having a lot of different opinions. When I go up and I make my evaluation about a speech that was just made, you will all sit and you will say, well, I didn't think that. Or, yeah, that was something I should have taken out from the speech. You have the opportunity to do that. When the next person go up and evaluate the same person, that new evaluator is going to see something new. It's going to have a unique standpoint, unique opinion to bring forth and to make sure that speaker grows more and more. If we always have the same evaluator, we will not develop as much and as fast. Okay. So this little presentation comes with a PowerPoint from Toastmasters. Evaluate to motivate. So I should probably have this one with me right now. So one other advantage with having an evaluator like we have is that the other way to evaluate speak would be to have a discussion, to have an open discussion about the speech and the topics. But when we do, a lot of the points get lost in the discussion, and it becomes more about a discussion than about the speech itself. So Toastmasters call it tell it to sell it. That is, you have one evaluator who stands up and speaks for 2 to 3 minutes about a speech that was just made. It is immediate feedback. That immediate feedback comes from one person who goes through the whole body of the speech and everything that is involved. Every one of the objectives is gone through in that speech evaluation. As an evaluator, I'm offering methods for improvement. It is up to me as an evaluator when I evaluate in somebody else to make sure not only to criticize, but to offer constructive criticism. You could have done this better. This is how I think you could have done it better. Building and maintaining self-esteem in the speaker, to help out, to be supportive, to make sure to highlight what in the speech is good points. As I said, the approach is called tell and sell. When the evaluator talks, the speaker listens. How to evaluate effectively. Before the speech, talk to the speaker about the objectives that are mentioned in the manual. Make sure that the speaker is well aware of what you will be looking at, what is part of the objective, so that you know and the speaker is reminded. Talk about the evaluation guidelines. Ask if the speaker have any personal concerns with his or her speech. Does the speaker want you to look extra on the body language, on vocal variety, on use of pauses or filler words or grammar or whatever? Does the speaker seem to be confident? So that is something that is good as an evaluator to know before we go up and evaluate somebody. It's harder when we get thrusted something directly and it's just in our face and evaluate, because the only thing we have to do then is follow as an evaluator what we think, instead of providing the feedback that the speaker wants. During the speech, show that you're interested. Take notes, look at the speaker, listen attentively. Put yourself in the position of the speaker. Remember, it is the speech we're evaluating, not the speaker. We are not evaluating how somebody is dressed or if somebody looks unkempt, or even if there's a subject that we don't agree with. That is not our task. Our task as an evaluator is to be objective and listen to the speech and see that it follows the objectives outlined in the manual. During the speech, again, take notes. Take notes, because when your evaluation comes, you have 2 to 3 minutes in which you are supposed to give a mini speech. And it is in fact a mini speech. You start, you have an opening, you have a body of points that you bring up, and you have a conclusion. It's built the same way as a regular speech. During your evaluation, choose your words very carefully. There are words and expressions that are less good. Stay away from words like you didn't, you should have, or you failed to, or that wasn't good. To stimulate in empowerment and improvement, instead use expressions like, I believe that, my reaction was that, I suggest that. You need to tell the speaker what you saw. You need to tell the speaker what you heard. But you also need to tell the speaker what you felt. And as I said, it's the speech we're evaluating, not the content of the speech necessarily, not the speaker. Evaluate the speech, not the person. Promote self-esteem. And we're promoting self-esteem by using the right kinds of expressions and by not criticizing, by giving constructive criticism. Avoid being disingenuous. And that comes with, it's so easy in an environment where we're saying being positive, that we go up and say, that was a really good speech. And we don't mean it. And that works. That works the first 2-3 times. And then it gets false. If I don't get feedback, I can't grow as a speaker. If I don't get the constructive criticism of my speech, I can't grow. And this whole evaluation process is a part of the growing process. Honest evaluation are upbeat and encouraging while offering suggestions for improvement. And I think that's good. I think that's the way it should be. Now, you have all got 2 very different evaluation forms today. Those are 2 of the hundreds you can find online. I use one of these forms when I do my evaluations. It is important that when you do an evaluation that you try to have a structured approach. If you just sit down and start writing down what you think and there's no structure to it, it's very hard to give the speaker exactly what they should expect from you as an evaluator. So by having some kind of structure, and you can find your own structure, but these are 2 templates and I think they're pretty good. That was all from me. Thank you very much.